Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the Drunken Kobold. It is finally done. My town square has been completely built from top to bottom, and everything you see here is a pre-painted Wizkids product that you can buy from your friendly local game store. There's a lot of kits present here, so if anybody does want to know what kits were used, let me know in the comments down below and I will give you a rundown. But without further ado, let's take a tour of the town and see what encounters are here to be had. All right. So the first place that we can visit is the taxidermists and tanners. It seems like a very unassuming little shop, but there is a quest here for players. Someone or something has made off with like a stuffed animal that the taxidermist was preparing for a very prolific hunter who has paid a pretty good fortune for it. So she wants you to go retrieve it. After the quest, she has the option to sell players bags of holding at a pretty decent price. All right, let's move over here. And we have our blacksmith and weapon shop. There aren't any encounters planned here, but there are a couple pirates in here that are very easily angered, so if the players decide to say the wrong thing, they could quickly end up in combat here. Or if the players get into mischief, there is also currently a police presence in the store. No encounters in the blacksmith. However, there is a dwarf here arguing with the blacksmith about the quality of human smithed goods over dwarf smithed goods. All right, over here we have some goblins that have snuck into town. They are just looking to cause a little bit of mayhem. They aren't exactly bad guys, but they may end up in a combat encounter if they aren't dealt with diplomatically. All right, let's go to the marketplace. We have two bandits here that are about to give a nobleman a very hard time. So there may be an encounter that can be found there if the players want to get involved with that. Now, coming from the east is the farmlands. And there is a new set coming out called Encounter in a Box. Well, there's actually two of them. The first one is a wagon ambush. So I may stage the wagon ambush just outside of the marketplace and have that as a potential encounter. All right, let's go to our inn here. The inn has 4 rooms for rent and has the innkeeper's room here. This is where he lives. So this is the second floor of the inn. Let's take a look at what is below here. Oh, we're gonna have to fix those once we're done here. But here we have the inn. So we have some tankards laying around from people's drinks, a bartender getting ready to serve some alcohol, and over here we have a table with some gold and some playing cards on it. I haven't picked a miniature for this table yet, but here is where players will be able to play Prophet's Gambit. That is the game that is featured in the tarot cards. Over here is the kitchen and dining area. Players can buy rations and meals from here. All right, let's go over to the mayor's. The mayor is not a good guy. He actually also has no control over his town. He lets the town be ran by gangsters. If you visit the mayor, he has a quest for you to go and collect the recent bribe from the bandits that he basically collects to ensure that he doesn't put his foot down with the law. Over here, we have a white dragon wormling that's kind of wandered into town. It's a little lost, but it will be able to find its way home, no problem, if the players decide to help it. It is also an option that the players can kill it. Over here, we have our cemetery. Though it looks very unassuming right now, there is a lot of undead encounters in the cemetery and the catacombs below. Once the catacombs are built, I will do a separate video for them as well. All right, here is our church. Padre has lived a pretty quiet life his whole life, but some recently found wealth may suggest that the Padre has some sins that he needs to atone for himself. And last but not least, we have the town prison. Right now, the town prison is pretty unassuming. However, I do have plans to use the other encounter in a box, Prison Break here. Once I know what that kit looks like and everything it entails, I plan to flesh out the prison a little bit more using the doors and archways kit to build actual cells. So yeah, that is the town itself. It's a really, really unassuming town, but there is a lot for the players who are here to do. Now, it may look as though it's incomplete, and we will get into why. There are 5 town square kits that make up the floor here. Unfortunately, I ran out of half sidewalk tiles. So the east and the west entrance, which is currently under the second floor of the inn, I wasn't able to build them quite to the edge of the table like planned. And considering how much of kit 4 and 5 are still left, it's really not worth it for me to buy a kit 6 for, 6 pieces. So the town is going to go a little bit incomplete because of that. And the other thing is you will see that there is a lot of empty table space. That is going to be where the Icons of the Realms grass battle mat gets put down to add a little bit of color to this kit. There's also a wilderness kit that is planned for later in 2021, so I'm hoping it provides some trees and shrubbery that I can put around the town as well. Like I said, the encounter in a box kits are going to have one at the jail and one at the marketplace. So that is going to be a lot of fun. In the other video, there was a Tyrannosaur in the video. He's not actually an encounter here, so players don't actually have to worry about running into a giant T-Rex. Or do they? Well, that is the tour of the town. The town's name is Whitefish, named after a town that I grew up not too far from, although it doesn't look anything like the real place, nor do the characters here bear any resemblance to the real people of Whitefish. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this town, and I hope my players enjoy it when we finally get to play on it. But in the meantime, cheers, and may the rolls be with you.